Hey everybody, Chris here. So have Dogecoin and other cryptos already hit their bottom in this bear market? We're going to explore that in this video. There's still a lot of negative news out there about inflation and the economy. So there are a lot of bears still there thinking that cryptos are going to go much lower. But at the same time, there's also a lot of bulls who think we've already hit the bottom and we're beginning a new bull run. I tend to think that I'm somewhere in between and think there's still going to be some more dips. And I'll show that in the charts and the news. And also an interesting look back in history over the past year and a half. And if you had taken your stimulus checks, if you got them in the United States, and you had put them into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Dogecoin, which one would you have been better off in? So we're going to take a look at that too. Overall, the economy, we just had the CPI numbers, the Consumer Price Index numbers just came out, and they were a little better than expected. So the markets rallied, but they're still not great. Inflation is still there. We still have the fear of rising interest rates again, which will come up in September. But right now, this little bull run that we're seeing, is it a start of something bigger? Or is this just a bear market rally and we're going to see the markets drop again? So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the news and the charts, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. So we'll start with this article on Next Advisor. Have Bitcoin and Ethereum prices bottomed out? What the experts say. After a turbulent year, Bitcoin and Ethereum prices are now looking up. But some experts aren't quite ready to say investors are in the clear. So, certainly down from all-time highs, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Dogecoin way down from its all-time high over a year ago. However, some experts, despite the rise in price that we've seen over the past 2 months in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge, some experts are still skeptical. The Fed is still indeed tightening. Inflation is still high, so we cannot be convinced of a market reversal currently. But the fact that Fed Chairman Jerome Powell has started to say that the rate hikes have had a noticeable impact signals to me that we are in the later stages of this bear market, which has been about 8 months or so. So, have we hit bottom? Well, the crypto prices have gained positive momentum. It's been a couple months now, and I'll show you that in the charts. While the surge in the prices has been impressive, crypto's ties to the stock market could be a sign of future volatility. The stock market had its best performance since 2020 in July, continues to show gains in August. So if you could make an argument that crypto is benefiting from the rally in stocks, yes, that's true. However, if the stocks weaken again, then crypto will likely follow. I think if you start seeing the market give up some of the recent gains, you'll probably see something similar in crypto. Also, another analyst says that the market is going to see true capitulation later in the bear market. And she's actually looking towards the end of 2023 here, of when we could see even lower prices. Though crypto prices are impossible to predict with certainty, she points to Bitcoin and Ethereum dropping back down past their June lows, $17,500 for Bitcoin, $900 for Ethereum, and that would be 4.9 cents for Dogecoin. And continued economic and political uncertainty could create even more volatility in the market in the following weeks or months. In the previous bear cycles, both cryptos have corrected 85%, she says. I anticipate Bitcoin to hit $10,000 and Ethereum to hit $750. So that would be the equivalent of Dogecoin at about 4.5 cents. So we go to this article. Price jumps as inflation concerns ease, but co-founder asks if it's just delusional optimism. So this is Billy Marcus, because you see throughout Twitter, woo, wow, everything's going up. This is great. But Billy says inflation went from an obscenely high 9.1% year over year last month to but still an obscenely high year-over-year of 8.5% this month. Time to return to delusional optimism. Yes, that 8.5% was better than 8.7, but still 8.5% inflation. I mean, we see that. We see it in the prices of goods and services. They are very high, and they're not slowing down. So that is something which is a cause for concern. Then, Bitcoin might rally significantly, says analyst, as it spikes alongside Ethereum, Dogecoin on moderating inflation, key levels to watch. So this Benzinga article, again, talks about the headline CPI rose 8.5%, and that what we saw was S&P 500 and NASDAQ responding and going up. Wall Street is now anticipating a Fed pivot in September as pricing reflects a half-point increase. If inflation continues to drop, the bull steepening trade will gain further momentum. So this is a bull, and this is someone who thinks that cryptos are going to still go up and that Bitcoin could target 28,400 level. Michael Vandepop also says, right now consolidating between 23,200, 23,400 levels, and expects the trend to target up to 27,000 or 28,000. So the lower inflation numbers bode well for cryptocurrencies. The dollar index, measure of the dollar's strength, down immediately, channel support. And so, again, another look at getting out of this bear market. And one more interesting piece here is Tether. Tether on exchanges has risen from 19.7% early May to 42% over 3 months. So that's doubled. What this means is a lot of people have sold cryptos back to USDT, and they're holding USDT, waiting to buy back in. And this is my position here. This is an indication to me that there isn't a lot of enthusiasm buying back into cryptos yet, waiting on the sidelines with Tether. So that's a key indicator I'm looking at. There's a lot of others who also think we're going to be in for another dip. And here's one sign as well. So we look at, after Tuesday's drop, Wednesday's rally comes right back up. This is the 7-cent line on Dogecoin that I've been watching here. And if I zoom back to the 4-hour, what we see is, since this is first touched 7 cents here on June 21st, and then came back over 7 cents on June 26th. And since then, Dogecoin has just been trading up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've seen 5 Dogecoin rallies since the low back on June 14th at 4.9 cents. However, Doge hasn't been able to sustain higher highs as it's continued to flirt with this 7-cent line. I have this blue angled support line here coming up, and so that's a sign that of higher lows, which is good. However, without getting higher highs as well, it's really sideways trading here for almost 2 months now. Bitcoin, on the other hand, has gone up and has seen higher highs. And Ethereum, because of the very positive news about the merge coming up, transition from proof of work to proof of stake, is showing much more strength in its rise. If we look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, look how the Bitcoin dominance chart has gone down to 41%. That is the overall Bitcoin compared to the overall crypto market. What percentage of it is Bitcoin? 41%. Do you know why this is going down so low? It's not all the altcoins. It's really Ethereum. Ethereum is now over 20% of the crypto market. And so a lot of this altcoin resurgence that we've seen in the past month is really all on the backs of Ethereum. And Ethereum is showing its strength. So I thought that was all very interesting. Dogecoin's relationship to Bitcoin still kind of going sideways right around this 0.003% line. So up and down, right around there. So Bitcoin and Doge seem to be trading pretty much the same, a little bit more positive for Bitcoin in the past month, but not so much more where we see this Bitcoin Doge relationship change all that much. But Ethereum is the one who's really making the great gains right now. One more very interesting article is if you had invested your 3 stimulus checks, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum, how much you'd have now. So this goes back to 2020 and 2021. To help offset the pandemic, the United States gave stimulus checks to its citizens. So 2020, $1,200 were eligible. And then the CARES, that was the CARES Act. And then in December of 2020, $600 per adult for the Tax Relief Act. And then the American Rescue Plan of 2021 was another $1,400. So if you had done $1,200, then $600, and then $1,400, and you had invested them into either Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or Ethereum, what kind of results would you have gained? For Bitcoin, that $3,200 that you were given, if you had put them at that time in each of those 3 cases into Bitcoin, you now have $5,260, which is a decent gain. Ethereum, that $3,200 would now be $16,589. Much better gain. That's almost a 5x. However, with Dogecoin, if you had taken that $3,200 at that time for those 3 instances and you had put it in Dogecoin, you'd have $53,740. Dogecoin. That's awesome. So overall, Dogecoin is holding pretty well. In comparison to Bitcoin and Ethereum, not performing as well over the past couple months as we've seen. However, Dogecoin holding its own still, not really dropping, in sideways trading. And with the sideways trading means accumulation. People still accumulating Dogecoin. Looking at the long range forecast for Doge, we think Doge is going to be 30, 40 cents, 50 cents, maybe you think $1. So buying at 7 cents or 6 cents, what's the difference? Well, that's a lot more Dogecoin you can get at a lower price. And if you think Doge is going to drop, why not wait and buy more lower? Sure, you could end up chasing if there is a bull market, but that's a risk I'm willing to take because I just don't see the overall economy improving that quickly to see a huge bull run in the crypto markets. Let me know what you think in the comments below about bear market, bull market. Have we hit bottom already or not? Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.